Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about expanding and factorizing. In the exam, we sometimes see the questions like the product of expressions, such as 4x times 2x plus y. The 4x is the first expression and the bracket 2x plus y is the second expression. And another example such as x plus 2y times x minus 5y. So when we see those questions, what should we do? We need to multiply each term in one expression by each term in another one. So we have the first term, that is 4x, and in the second expression, we have two terms, which is 2x and y. So we times them, we get 4x times 2x. And also we have 4x times y. So we get the answer that is 8x squared plus 4xy, right? So how about the second question? In the first expression, we have two terms, that is x and 2y. And in the second expression, we have the two terms, which is x and minus 5y. So we times them. The first we times is like x times x. We write that is x times x. And also we have x times minus 5y. So plus x times minus 5y. And plus the second term to the first term of the second expression, we get 2y times x. And the last one, which is 2y times the minus 5y, plus 2y times minus 5y. Then we can get the answer that is x squared minus 3xy minus 10y squared, right? Let's move this to here to have good blackboard writing. So from the left-hand side to the right-hand side, this process we call expanding. Well, how about factorizing? Factorizing is opposite to the expanding. That is from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. That is factorizing. We know how to do the expanding, so how do we do the factorizing? Let's see. We have the quadratic expression. In the form, we have ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, B, C belongs to real numbers and A does not equal to 0. This is important. If A equal to 0, we only have Bx plus C. So is A does not equal to 0. So how do we factorize this kind of the expression? Let's do an example. For example, for the 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. How do we factorize it? So in the first step, we need to find two factors of AC. So what is A over here? We can say A equal to 2 and C equal to minus 3. Thus, AC equal to minus 6, right? 2 times minus 3, we got minus 6. Then we need to find two factors of minus 6. What we can have? We can have minus 2 times 3. We can have 2 times minus 3. And we can also have 1 times minus 6 and minus 1 times 6. They're all the possible factors, right? So which one we can use? So we move on to the second steps. That is, we need the factors that add up to B. So what is B? B equal to 5. So we need to check which factors that we want. Let's do the first one. So minus 2 plus 3 equal to 1. It does not equal to 5, so that is not what we want. And the second one is 2 plus minus 3. That is minus 1 does not equal to 5. And the third one, 1 plus minus 6 is minus 5. We don't want that. The final one, minus 1 plus 6, which equals to 5. That's what we want. Right? And then we move to the third step. So we rewrite the B term as a sum of these two factors. So what we can write? Let us see. So 2x squared, we don't need to change. So it's 2x squared. We need to change B term. We can write that we have the minus 1 and the 6. So we can write minus x plus 6x. That is equal to the 5x, right? And what we have left is the C term, that is minus 3. So we write minus 3. And then we need to rearrange that. That will be like take out x we will get 2x minus 1 for the first two, and the last two, what we can take out, that is 3. We can take out 3, that we get 3 times 2x minus 1. Then we can see that we have the same expression, that is 2x minus 1 in the first one, and another 2x minus 1, and then we take it out, we get x plus 3 times 2x minus 1. So that is our answer for that. Yes, we can get that 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. We factorize, we get that is x plus 3 times 2x minus 1. We can have double check it. How do we check it? We need to do the expanding. I can make bigger. So we have to check. We have to check. So the first one, 2x plus 3, 2x minus 1. We double check it. The first term, that is x times 2x, write that x times 2x. And the second one is x times minus 1, and plus x times minus 1. And the third one is x times 2x, so plus 3 plus 3 times 2x, 3 times 2x. And the fourth one is 3 times minus 1, so plus 3 times minus 1. So we rearrange that, we get 2x squared minus x plus 6x minus 3. We get 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. So is it the same to the original one? We see that it is the same, which means our factorization is correct. So this is correct. So after you doing the factorization, it is better to have a double check to see whether your factorization is correct. Now let's move on to the next step. Well, there we can see the common quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. Well, we have a special one. Let me write. It looks like x squared minus y squared. It is a special one. When you are doing factorization, we can get x plus y times x minus y. We call this is the difference of two squares. So we can have a check of that. If we have x plus y times x minus y, what will happen to expand that? We get that for the first one, x times x, we get x squared, and then x times minus y, we get minus xy. And then we add y times x. So get plus xy. And the final one is y times minus y. We get minus y squared. And then we can see that minus xy and plus xy, they are cancelled to each other. So what we left is x squared minus y squared. Right? So when we see any expression like x squared minus y squared, what we need to do to write the factorization is to square root of that. So with square root of x squared, we have x. And the square root of y squared, we have y. Then we can write the factorization is x plus y times x minus y. Let's see some example. So the first question, x squared minus 25. So we square the first one, square root of the first one, square root of x squared. What we get? We get x. And then with square root of 25, what do we get? We got 5, right? So we can write the expression equal to x plus 5 times x minus 5. Let's do another one about y squared minus 49. So what we need to do is square root of y squared. What do we get? We get y. And the square root of 49, which is 7. So we can write y squared minus 49 equal to y plus 7 times y minus 7. Right? Now let's move on to a bit harder one. How about 4x squared minus 9y squared? So similarly, we need to square root of them. So square root of 4x squared, what do we get? We get 2x, right? And also we need to square root of 9y squared. We get 3y. So we can write 4x squared minus 9y squared equal to 2x plus 3y times 2x minus 3y. Let us have another try. So like 36 minus 16x squared. So similarly, we need to square root of the first one, that is square root of 36. what we get? We get 6, and the square root of 16x squared. We get 4x. Thus, we get the answer that is 6 plus 4x times 6 minus 4x. Right? Now, let me quickly make a conclusion of this lesson. So, conclusion. We learn about expanding. What is that? It's a product of expression. How do we do that? We multiply each term in one expression by each term in other expression. That's the first one. And we learn how to factorize quadratic expression. The quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c, and a, b, c are real numbers, and a that's not equal to 0. So how do we factorize? The first step, we find 2 factors of AC. And the second step, we need the factors that add up to B. And the final one, not the final one. The third step, we rewrite the B terms. The B term as a sum of these factors. And the final one, after we get the answer, we need to double check it. How do we check it? Expanding your answer. And the last one we have learned is the difference of 2 squares. That is x squared minus y squared equal to x plus y times x minus y. That's what we have learned in this video today. Alright, thank you for watching this video. Hope this video will help your study in A-Level and GCSE. Thank you.